These days when it comes to golf rangefinders, it seems like every brand is trying to go over the top to do something gimmicky or different or more technologically advanced, and in some cases doing it even though nobody asked them to. But because of that, and because of all the different marketing and selling points that go along with that, is there space in the market for this? This is the Precisoion Pro Titan Slope, and it is a rangefinder. There's nothing fancy about it, there's nothing over the top about it, but the question is, does it do everything it says it's going to do well enough and easily enough and at a good enough value to make it worth skipping all those crazy technologically advanced products, including its bigger brother, the Titan Elite, which has GPS capabilities? Is it better to just stick with this? That's what we're going to talk about in this review. So I've been a fan of Precisoion Pro for a very long time, going back all the way to their NX7, NX9, NX10, and now the new Titan series. Last year when the Titan Elite came out, I reviewed it, and I said it was one of the best rangefinders I have used. What makes the Elite different from the Slope model, which is the subject of today's review, is this has GPS capabilities. You pair it with your phone, and then you can see distances to the front, middle, and back of the green. Pretty cool, but it's also not perfect, and it does add an extra step of having to pair with your phone. In my initial review of this, most of the critiques I had were related to the implementation of the GPS function. Works really well, but still had some bugs. So if you remove that GPS function, are you left with just a really solid rangefinder? Yeah, the answer is yes. But is that enough? Let's talk about first impressions. Out of the box, this product looks really good. Precisoion Pro has peeled back their packaging and their presentation. When they first revealed the R1 a few years ago, which was the first traditional GPS rangefinder I ever tested, the packaging just felt like they went the extra mile. They spent some extra money to make this thing look nice and fancy, but that product ultimately failed for a number of reasons. So they took everything that they learned around GPS rangefinders and they built this, the Titan Elite, which is a far better product in every way. Like taking this out of the box, it looks solid. Nothing over the top, nothing crazy, but it does feel representative of its price point. And at no point did I say like, this doesn't feel good. No, overall, really solid. There was one thing that raised my eyebrows as far as first impressions go. When I opened it up, it included this card. Now, in all of my rangefinder reviews, I've never seen a card like this, but essentially it is showing you how to position the rangefinder when it is attached to a cart. So it's essentially saying you should put it up like this instead of up like this in order to protect the lens and the optics. And it gives you some reasons why here. Along with that, when I open it up, it actually came with a little sticker over the lens. So you can take this one of two ways. Either one, oh, it's so nice that they're telling me how to take care of this device that I just spent a lot of money on. Or two, is there something wrong with the optics, or is there something that is susceptible to the sun that is making them, try and like nip this in the bud? Because I've never seen this with any other products, and I've never had issues with it with any other products. So is it really necessary? Now, I haven't used this enough to know if it's going to be an issue. I would 99.9% guess that no matter what, it's not going to be an issue, but it at least made me stop and pause for a second. When it comes to build quality and feel, this is one of my favorite rangefinders. So I personally like a slightly bigger, a slightly heavier rangefinder. I want something that's going to feel substantial. You get some of the other models out there that are small and compact and tiny. It can be tougher to have the stability to lock onto the flag. They can often feel cheaper. I like something with some substance to it. And this has got it. So this thing feels great in the hand. It feels very robust. It feels like I can drop it, throw it on the ground, and it's going to be fine. It is rated IPX67, which is the highest rating I believe I've seen for a golf rangefinder, which essentially means that it's both waterproof and dustproof up to a certain amount of time and certain amount of water. So if you're someone that's worried about, getting stuck in a rainstorm and the electronics on your rangefinder like being an issue, which I wouldn't typically worry about, like most rangefinders are going to be fine. But if that does concern you, this thing is built like a tank, it's robust, and this definitely is a model to consider. So what about using it on the course? It's great. It does exactly what you want a rangefinder to do. It gives you a distance very quickly, very accurately, minimal fuss, no problems. I was about to say, I wish more products would do that, but honestly, there's a lot of products that do that, and that's kind of the question or the concern is at $300, there are products that do a really good job of just that for less money. This is one of the best and most reliable that I've used. It's also got the best build quality, which is great, but it is missing some things. For instance, I would say the biggest competitor, the biggest question mark is this. This is the Voice Caddy TL1. This originally retailed for $449. You can currently pick it up for $279 or $20 cheaper than this. Build quality is great. Not as robust as this, but very good. This one also has a dual color OLED screen. So looking through the viewfinder, everything just looks crisp, clear, nice. It feels higher end, whereas this, you don't get any backlit screen. It's just black text. Some people will certainly prefer that, prefer the simplicity of it, the just basic nature of it. But when you're comparing the two, this has a better, higher quality screen at a lower price. Even though this has the better build quality, both are very similar in terms of reliability. It just kind of gets you to ask the question, at $300, is it doing enough to justify its price? Now, I think the answer is yes. If all you want is a rangefinder that is going to work really well at a really affordable price and be bulletproof, this is definitely one to consider. I think one of the things that sets this apart from a lot of the other major brands out there is going to be customer service. Because they are a smaller company where all they do is focus on rangefinders, they're based in the United States, you can actually get a hold of someone at customer service if you have issues. They've got a 90-day return policy, which is great. Customer service is great. So if you have any problems, this is a device more than like a Bushnell, even more than like a Voice Caddy, that I think you're going to have no problem getting a response from the company and having them take care of you. And that's one of my bigger concerns with the TL1. Even though, in my opinion, I think it's probably the better device, especially given the fact it's a little bit cheaper. From a customer service perspective, they're not as responsive as Precision Pro. So if you want to make sure that your investment is taken care of, then I think this might be the better way to go, even if I lean towards this being the better overall device. But going back to the display real quick, one thing I do want to make sure I note is how clutter-free it is. I hate devices where there's all sorts of extra stuff that you don't actually need, that just kind of confuses you, makes you look an extra couple seconds. No, this, you look through it, you've got the range distance, you've got the slope number up top, you've got the actual number on bottom, you've got a battery indicator, and that's it. So again, when it comes to the main function of a rangefinder, which is getting you the distance you need as quickly and as easily as possible, this thing is built to essentially do exactly that, and that is very impressive. Overall, have not had issues with this locking onto the flag. It does a good job of that. It's able to differentiate pretty well between the trees behind, the flag itself, so that's been really nice to see. At this price point, these are the two that I would consider. I think I've made it pretty clear what the benefits of this are versus the benefits of this. The other main comparison I think people are going to make is between the Titan Elite. And honestly, I feel like these are less of a comparison, even though they're essentially the same device, than this one. And I say that because this one is a smart rangefinder. It's kind of a different beast. So some people are going to gravitate to this, even though it is an extra $100, but that GPS data is admittedly really cool and really nice to have. But it has some limitations. It does take a few extra steps. It does have the potential to get in your way a little bit on the golf course, but that's the same with literally any GPS rangefinder out there. This just does what it says it's going to do, does it very well. And I mean, like this thing is so, like I feel like I could literally throw this across the room and it's gonna be fine. Oh, one other thing I almost forgot, it is USB-C charging. It is rated for 40 plus rounds. So for most of you, you're gonna be able to play a full season of golf without even having to think about charging this. So battery issues, battery life, not a concern here. So all that to say, should you buy it? The answer is probably yes. Like it's a great rangefinder. No frills, nothing fancy. Some features that others have, this one doesn't necessarily, but this makes up for it with better build quality, excellent and reliable performance, a great return policy with great customer support. And I think that for $299, that is a really solid value and you can't discount any of those things. I think the TL1 with the built-in OLED screen, I really do like that. Build quality, similar, not quite as robust. Customer service, you'll get some, but it's probably not going to be as reliable as this. But this one also comes in a little bit cheaper. So it's kind of a toss-up between these two, depending on what you value most. But if you are thinking about buying this and you're kind of leaning towards it, then by all means, you should go and do it. Every time I use one of these Precision Pro rangefinders, I'm reminded by just how good it feels to use and how much I like using them. And this is no different. My name is Sean Ogle. I'm the founder of this thing here at Breaking 80. We talk about cool golf products and cool golf courses. You got some value out of this? Maybe hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button, drop a comment. And if you're still not sure which rangefinder is right for you, go take our 30-second quiz. You're going to answer some questions around what you're looking for, and I'm going to give you my best opinion on the device I think is the best fit for you. So that is linked below. And if you want to see my full review on the best rangefinders that are out there, I will link to the written version, and you can watch the video version right here. Have an excellent day. We'll see you on the next video. Peace.